Hi, my name's Charles and I'm one of the maths teachers from the Maxim workshop. I'm just going to now teach you how to do some math. I'm going to show you how to multiply decimals. Now decimals are slightly trickier than multiplying integers because there's a little bit of manipulation you need with the decimal point at the beginning. So imagine if you're given a particular question like 7.2 times 4. The first thing you want to do is to move the decimal place to the right, okay? And that is the equivalent of saying 7 times 7.2 times 4 times 10, okay? This, when multiplied by this, will give you 72 times 4, okay? Now, it's important to realize that you've added this extra factor here. So in the answer, you need to remind yourself to divide the answer by 10. And that will just be simply moving the decimal point to the left again, okay? So now that we have this looks a lot more easier to multiply. And that's why we've multiplied by the 10. Just to take the decimal point past our number. So I'm going to write this in blue so we remember this. 7.2 times 4. That is our question, but we are multiplying 72 times 4. Okay? Now again, we do 4 times 2, which is 8. 4 times 7, which is 28. So we have arrived at 288. Now remember, we are trying to figure out what 7.2 times 4 is. And we only multiplied this by 10, which has the effect of just basically bringing the decimal point one jump back to the right. So for our answer, we need to bring the decimal point, which actually is here, one place over to the left. So as this stands, this is equal. So you would need to go over here and say 7.2 times 4 is equal to 28.8. Okay? Now this is the answer to this, okay? So now what we're going to try to do is work with two numbers that have decimals in them and multiply them together, of course. Right, so the question that I'm going to throw out now is, what is 5.7 times 3.9? Now this does look tricky at the beginning, but as I said, if you just use the technique of bringing back decimal points on each number, then you know how many times to bring the decimal points forwards on the answer. So the question we have here is 5739, and this will arise from multiplying this by 10 and this by 10. So that in effect has the really just bringing this decimal point here and this bringing this decimal point here. So that's twice that we've done it. So you might want to leave a marker in the side of your page saying decimal point times 2. So decimal point times 2. So this will remind you to bring the decimal point forward twice, okay? So now we're gonna figure out what this equates to. So we've got 9 times 7, which is 63. So you put the 3 down there, carry the 6. 9 times 5, which is 45. And now once you carry the 1, the 6, you're going to get 51. So we put that down here. Now, if you've got your next column here, you have the number 3, which is going to multiply by the 7 there. And remember, we always start off one number to the left for these columns, for the tens units. If it was 100, then we'll start off 2 columns. But as we're starting off with the 3, we'll just start off to the left of this column. So 3 times 7 is 21. So we put the 1 there, and then we rub out this 6, put 2 there, as we're carrying 21. And now 3 times 5 is 15. Add the 2, makes 17. Okay, so we have 3 plus 0, which is 0. 1 plus 1, which is 2. 5 plus 7, which is 12. And we carry the 1. And 1 plus 1, which is 2 again. Now remember, this is the marker that tells us that we need to bring the decimal point forwards twice, okay? So we have 2,220. So what we need to do is say 5.7 times 3.9 is equated to 1, 2. So that's 22.20 or 22.2. And that's basically how to multiply decimals.